My name is Elliott Joseph Barker, candidate number 9045. Go to the North Halifax Grammar School. This is my video evidence for GCSE Edexcel climbing practical. The first piece of safety equipment is the helmet. You can adjust it so it fits well by the back and then by the chin straps. Secure. The second piece of equipment when climbing you must always use is the harness. With this particular harness, you step in through each leg loop. Once you've got the harness on, you then tighten the waist strap, so then it's nice and tight around the waist, but still comfortable. Then you make sure that the leg loops are still tight, but not too tight. And then after doing that, pull all your clothing through to ensure it doesn't get caught up within the harness. The best way to tie onto the harness is by a re-threaded figure of 8 knot. This is done by, first of all, tying a figure of 8 knot by going round and then up and through. There's the figure of 8 knot. Then you go down through the harness, through that loop, up. Now you follow through where the knot goes. So follow around there, round the back, down, round again, back, up and through. There's the figure of 8 knot, but then to finish it off you tie a stopper knot. The stopper knot, this is used to just tidy up the end of the rope so you don't have a long end getting in the way, and also to ensure that the rope doesn't slip back through the knot. There we go. Another way to tie on, which isn't as good as the normal figure of 8 knot, is a double figure of 8 knot. With this, you do double the rope, then tie another figure of 8 knot, but this time with 2. So you go round, up and through. The good thing about the figure of 8 knot is that it always looks like the number 8. So you always know that you've got it right. Then to finish it off the knot, you do another stopper knot. To ensure that it doesn't slip through, and then simply clip on with a carabiner and close the gate. Another way you can tie onto the harness is a bowline knot. This is frequently used on climbing walls as you're constantly tying on and off. First of all, you start at the bottom of the points where you thread through the thread through the harness, which are outlined on the instructions when it comes with your harness. Okay, so you start at the bottom, thread up and through, then you make a loop like that, then you're going up, through, round, and then back, down, through, and then finish it off with a stopper knot. There's a bowline with a stopper knot. Now I'm going to put on my specialist climbing shoes. What's so special about climbing shoes is that they have a flat rubber sole. That means you can get the best grip possible on the climbing wall. What's also special about climbing shoes is that they fit very tightly, which ensures that they don't roll around and your foot doesn't roll around whilst you're wearing them, so you can have maximal grip on the wall. And then finished. In case of emergency, I have my phone with me and I know the location of the nearest house, just in case anything goes wrong and I need assistance. Now I'm going to do a low-level traverse across this point, from this rock to that rock over there. Okay? So, as I'm going along, I'm trying to keep 3 points of contact with the rock. There we go. The key to a hand jam is putting the thumb across the palm of your hand. So, put it into a crack and try to push it under your palm, and then look, you can hang off it. Now I'm going to climb up this crack up to that crack. I'm going to do this by displaying a toe jam in here and a ham jam in the second crack. First of all, go. Then for your hand jam, the thumb across the palm and in, placing the toe in like that and going up. I'm going to demonstrate a layback on this corner here.
Oh yeah,
The key to a layback is using the corner to push your feet against the wall and walking up. Okay, now I'll demonstrate a mantle shell. So with one foot there, and you're pushing it up with your leg like that. Now I'm going to demonstrate making a multi-point anchor for a belay on a top rope. Okay. First of all, you need to look around on the rock, on the top of the rock, the decent places to put bits of gear in. I've found a point here that looks like it'd be a good place that someone has dug out for a good point for one of the belays. Okay. So you look and see what size gear would be best, and I think that a 2.5 friend would fit in nicely here. So you pull on that to make the cams go inwards, slot it into the hole, into the gap, and then release it. Then you test to see how strong it is, if it'll be able to withstand a fall. That is solid. Okay. You should be able to tell if it is a good placement if it looks like it can hold a big weight and a big force upon it. Here's another good point where you can see many other people have used this for a belay point. So now you look just where it can slot in nicely. So once again, pushing, releasing the cams. That's nice and safe. Then another one, just in case for safety. Oh, that wasn't one very well. There we go. Nice and in and safe. Once again, showing how well it can hold. Okay, so now we're going to clip on to the belay points. So now, clip in the rope through the carabiner. Okay. Walking it over to the other belay point, clipping it in. Okay. Now that you've clipped them through both points, you're walking up with each of the ropes up to the belay point, being very careful by the edge, sitting at the belay point. Now I've made myself tight on the first belay point, which is by clipping the carabiner through the belay loop as well as the rope that I'm tied on to. You tie on using a clove hitch knot, which is where you do one loop, two loops, then you pass the second loop behind the first loop, then clipping that in. So I'm nice and tight on the first belay point. Now I will secure myself on the second belay point. I do this by picking up the rope here and going back to this belay point where the first anchor is tight, pulling it through, which then tightens me on the second point. And once again I tie a clove hitch to secure myself on the first loop, second loop, one behind the other, and clipping it onto the carabiner. There we go.
That's the carabiner.
And then close carabiner gate. So now I'm going to pass the rope down to the second climber, who's going to climb up the route whilst I belay them. You do this by coiling a rope round so it's easy to pass down. Before you throw the rope down, you'll shout to the people below, look out below, to warn them that there is a falling rope coming down. Look out below! Okay. Now as you can see, I am fully tied onto the belay points over there and down there. So now if someone will fall off, then they will not be pulling on me, they will be pulling on both these points and I will not go off the edge, and these 2 points are secure. Yeah. After the second climber is tied on, there are certain calls that you must do to communicate with the person below. First of all, me, the belayer, will shout out, taken in. This is where I pull up the rope and then until it goes tight on the person below. When it goes tight, the person below will say, "That's me." At this point, I will I will clip onto the belay device, and then I will tell them when it is okay for them to start climbing. Okay? I shout down, climbing ready. When they say climbing, I'll reply to them saying okay, and then they can start. Now I've taken in the rope, I'll clip them onto the belay device. In this case, it's a gree-gree. Okay. So, I feed the rope through the climate going on this side of the gree-gree. Close the gate, then I will clip it in through the loop, close the gate, and now it's ready for the climber to start climbing. Climb when ready! Okay! As the climber climbs, I am constantly taking in the rope, passing it through the device, and in the case of a fall, this belay device will lock, meaning that the rope will not pass through. It's always vital when belaying that my left hand is always on the dead rope, this rope here. Lauren, for a hand jam, put your thumb across your palm and slot it into the crack, and then like push with your hand. It will lock in and you'll be able to hold a lot of weight on it. It might hurt a little, but it does work. That's good. Well done.
Oh, it does work.
Yeah, very well done. Okay. You can keep on using that. What you can also do is use it, the same sort of principle with your foot, by slotting it into the crack and holding your weight onto it.
I need something with my right hand as well.
Try it, can you reach a bit, it's not that good a holder. Over.
Are you holding on to it?
Yeah, honest. You can rest if you like. Do you wanna? That's good. Well done. Is there a little slot in between, Lauren? Can you see like a bit across? A bit further up. I don't know if you can reach it. I think, or to the left of there.
Once I get my foot a bit further up, I might be able to. You got me there, yeah?
Yeah, I've got you. That's good. Yeah, slot your foot in. There we go. Just really push. Brilliant. Brilliant. There we go. Well, yes, good. Slotting in with the foot there. And then climbing up. Well done. Get your foot in there and at the top.
There we go.
Very well done.
Awesome.
Good job. Now go over and just make sure you're safe. Tell me when you're safe.
Alright, I'm safe. I'm going to take myself out.
Okay. You are off belay.
Listen. Good job.
There we go. Now I'm going to tie into the bottom rope with a retied figure of 8 knot. So tie the figure of 8 knot down through those loops, then following it back round, down, round, then back up. Okay. and then tie the stopper knot. Take it, Lauren.
I get that all the time. I get them though.
That's me.
Alright, climb ready.
Climbing.
Okay. I'm not going to put any more gear in.
And then I'll just go round.
Okay.
Okay, Lauren.
Okay.
What you can do is take off over here is traverse left. Yeah, so if you move your feet along that break, keep going left, and then the gap gets smaller towards the end. So okay. Right towards your before you start falling left, have a practice.
Right, got ya.
Trust the shoes. Feet on your foot. No, your feet where they are. Oh, I can see it from here. It's hard to see where you are. I know. Right against. Or you can't hang out and look, can you? Yeah. Do whatever. Just get over it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right, can you get left from there?
Get a toe in.
Just a little. You have to go left.
Good lad.
If you come up from
Good
here,
lad.
like I say, if you're going to fall, you're going to swing right over there. You're not going to stop yourself. Yeah, a bit flat. Your turn.
Alright.
Okay, now I'm going to abseil down the rock face. For this we will use the same anchor points as we used to belay, but this time we'll just make a slight modification by adding in a double figure of 8 knot. Which you do by doing that with the rope, then tying round, through, then up, clipping it into here, closing the gate, showing that now all the weight will be shared between both anchor points. Okay. Now I'm going to abseil down using a stitch plate type of device called a reverso, which is like this. Now I will clip in, unclip from the carabiner. The end that's going down must be on the grippy part of this device. So then, clipping on, closing the gate, and ready to abseil. Now I'm going to just take it in so I'm nice and tight up against this big knot here, ready to start the abseil. Okay, now I'll start to be the abseil.
That's not got the best grip it can do. That's the problem with these cams, they walk a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Always keeping
Yeah.
a hand on, my right hand on the
If you
rope.
can.
As I go down, nice and steady, keeping my legs straight, bottom out, and slowly feeding the rope through little steps all the way to the bottom. Walking myself down.
I'm climbing up again.
Wait.
What?
Wait, Dad.
You alright?
Ah!
Okay.
Can you do it again?
Right, I'll come up a bit higher this time.
Elliott, don't laugh.
Sweat.
It's not.
Just drop it down about 4 inches, Elliott.
Wait.
more.
What are you doing now?
Bit more, 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 bit more. Okay, that'll do.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to come up higher this time, Elliott.
Yeah. I got you.
You did. Told you I was a fat bloke. Take in, nice and tight. Right. Nice and slow.
Yeah, which is how I would do it as well.
Good, Martin. Nice. Go on. Okay, where the rope's going past where that knobble is. Yes. Brilliant.
Yeah, I go up a little bit and stick up my head because it's not a lot of.
Brilliant. Yeah.
That is superb.
Brilliant.
Thanks very much, Elliott. Thank you. Oh, that is superb. Oh, I'm right pleased with that.
You say?
Yes, excellent.
Now I'm going to belay this person whilst they are on a slingshot belay on a bottom rope. So using a gree device. So the climber's end of the rope goes on that side, clipping it through and then clipping it into the carabiner, tightening the gate, take it in. Climb when ready.
That's me. Alright, I'm climbing.
Okay. Always watching the climber. Never taking your hand off with your right hand. Martin.
Yeah, Martin probably weighs less than me.
I doubt that.
Do you genuinely have them, yeah?
Oh, that's okay.
Genuinely.
That's okay.
100%.
But now we can look tighter. Start with the one that you started with first. So start from your knot, go down to this one. This is when you want to tighten there.
Okay, I'm lowering you down. Walk.
There you go.
I don't know. Very gently, lowering down, safe on the ground. I'm now going to belay someone from a slingshot bottom rope using a stitch plate belay device. So with this, I need to thread the rope through this and having the right hand side of the rope by the grippy side of the device, clipping it in, tightening the gate, take the rope in, climb when you're ready.
Climbing.
Okay. So always feeding the rope through whilst watching the person, keeping the right hand on the rope.
Now what we're going to do.
Yeah. Good. Well done.
Which way are you going to do then?
I got you.
Because I might be coming off. Okay, I'm coming down, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Okay. Lowering you down.
Oh, my nails.
Slowly feeding the rope through, never letting go with the right hand still. There we go. Just keep on going. To the bottom. There we go. Safe.
You do it, come on.
It was alright.
I'll wear it.
The place wasn't good.
Stop posing, just climb.
I can see that.
Not posing.
Every time you're in that leap, you turn around and
But you're
smile.
right, there's not much around there. Next one,
Did it?
that's not there. And when I got there, I just wiggled it.
Go on.
I've got doing that. Falling for you off you.
Touch it, you're fine.
When belaying a leader climber, you always pay the rope out whilst the leader is climbing.
You're gonna go that way. Yeah.
Only take it in and make it go tight as soon as the leader like shouts or asks you to. There we go.
Bye, bit, yeah.
Swap Marcus.
Oh, no. I'm going to take those shoes as well, by the way.
Right.
Shoes are nice.
Yeah, like I said, if
Say another couple of people.
That's it. That's it. Now where your feet are, just shuffle leftwards.
Pardon?
Just come leftwards with your feet all the way along there, right the way to the end. Not too big a step, just smallish steps, that's it. There's a piece of gear there. That's it. I put my foot straight up. Okay, well then go like crack on. Good. Go around the leftish a little bit. Come this way a little bit. This here. Now put up. Now these things, the fluted columns, you have to lean away off them. Try and pull straight down, it won't work. Just lean away. So I lay back up them.
Okay.
It's only one or two little moves. You're getting off the top of them hard. Once you stood up, it's easy. That's it. That's it. Try not to do that. Big hole above your right hand, you can just hang it. Big hole above your right face. Well done, right there. Nicely done.
Am I going left?
That's it. Left slightly, yeah. That's it. Keep going.
There's very little to hold on to up here.
Go left a bit more, mate. Yeah. Shuffle left with your feet, mate. Concentrate on your feet. Where your left knee is now is a bit of a step.
This is Elliott Joseph Barker, candidate number 9045. I go to the North Halifax Grammar School. This is edXL GCSE climbing video evidence. It's the 19th of February 2013, and it's at Armscliffe Crag.